Welcome back, guys. Charles Peterson here, and right now we're going to pick up where we left off in the last video, where I was walking you through how to set up a simple mail merge list to place labels on the front and back of your pre-stamped US postcards, or any other cards that you choose for that matter, using Microsoft Word or OpenOffice. Alright, so let's get started. Of course, I'm going to right click and open up a new Microsoft Word document right on my desktop. Double click inside there, and that opens up. Now the first thing I usually do is change the font size and make it my default. So in this case I'm going to use, because this is going to be the back side, it's going to be a little bit larger, so I'm going to pick size 14 font point, and I'm going to pick bold italic again, and once again it's going to be Times New Roman, so let me type that in there. Times, oh, it's coming up, so now I just put Times New Roman. And of course we have a lot more options, but I'm just going to pick this one as the default, and of course I'm going to say yes, and that's going to bring up that particular size. And the reason why I did that, because the back of the card is going to take up a postcard that I'm getting ready to insert a picture in there. Before we do that, we go to mailings and we're going to start the mail merge, and again we're going to go down to labels, and you see there's other options here that you can use this technique for, but we're going to go to keep it with with the labels. And this particular one, I'm partial to US letter, of course, Avery US letter format, but there's Microsoft, there's Ace, there's a whole list of different ones you can get depending on your printer, depending on what you prefer. But I'm going to click down to 40 for this particular side, and this exercise I'm going to put down to 5163 as soon as I find it. Here it goes, 5163. It didn't pick the right one, so I got to do this again to make sure I get the right one, or else it's not gonna work. So scroll through there, and 5160, 5163, that's pretty close, but not close enough. 5163, and I press OK. Now what that's gonna do is it's gonna set everything up for the right size to get the right amount of postcards on the page. Remember, it's an 8.5 by 11 page. So now that I did that, all I have to do is select recipients, and I'm going to use the same list that I used the last time, so it'll be in the same sequential order. So all I have to do is go on my desktop, and where I know I have them in this section of leads, and I go back into Peter's world, which is Peter Wolfing, and I go into the leads that he gave me from the free save rate leads, the last one. And as you see, as I scroll down, basically it's 10 records to a page. And just like in the last time, except this time, the next step is not going to be to add an address book. It's going to be add a greeting line. And here, this dialog box comes up again, and you have different options. I'm partial just to leave it the way it is at Dear. And instead of using the first and last name, I'm just going to use the first name and make it kind of personal. So I'm going to scroll down until I find Joshua, which is, the template for that. Now, it's on my card, my first record is Shirley, so it's going to say just Dear Shirley. And so I'm going to press OK, and of course if I wanted to put some other things in there, I could use this again, as we mentioned in the last video, and get more personal, add different things. But for the sake of this video, I'm going to keep it simple, and just the first name, which is, in this case, is showing me it's Dear Shirley. So now I press OK, and that's the greeting line. Now I want the image that I'm going to insert underneath it to have as much room as possible, so I'm actually even hold down the shift key and go to the next lines, just so I have the most amount of space possible to insert my image. So now what I'm going to do is just go to insert, and I'm going to pick a picture, which is a JPEG that I pre-did before, and it's a postcard with an image and a logo. It's got my website address and everything on it, so it's on my desktop. So I just go to desktop, and it's in where did I put that thing at? It's in free survey leads page. Okay, and so basically I just insert this card, and there it is. So now I want to make sure that this actually just fits above this next record tag here, so I just shrink it a little bit to make sure that I get the whole thing in, and there you have it. So now the next step, as before, is I go back to mailings. I mean, that other stuff you've seen show up on the screen, that's just backgrounds and all kinds of stuff that you might want to add, like gradients and shades and glowing and all that other stuff, but I got what I want on the card already. So now that I got that the way I want it, the next step to do is just to preview results. And what I should write here, I'm going to write a little something for her. And it's going to be after the greeting line, which is Dear Shirley, I'm going to put in, would you like to, as you can tell, I don't type that fast. Uh-oh, that's kind of big. Let me backspace and make sure that it fits in there. Okay, that fits enough. Maybe I should have made it 13, but anyway, I didn't. So now all I want to do is preview the results and see what it looks like. And that's what it looks like. Dear Shirley, would you like to? And I maybe can move this over just a little bit more. And now all I have to do is update the labels. And as you can see, it's going to print 10 to a page. And if you have pre-perforated sheets that you can get from Staples or any office supply store, you can just peel off the label and put them right in. I mean, actually, you wouldn't have to peel off the label. You could just print it right on the card itself. But this just gives you more options, especially if you go to a printer and maybe print out 5,000 of them at a time. And you know, if you do it through me, I can show you I can do that for like 175 bucks. You can print out 5 double-sided cards, you know, and but anyway, that's another story. You just email me, let me know. And oh, this popped up in front of there. We don't want that to happen again. But I'm going to keep this video anyway because you get the gist of it. So now basically all I would have to do is press finish, right? And again, I could go into edit the individual or different documents, but I'm not going to do that. Just press print documents, and of course I'm going to print all, and or whatever how many cards I have. Like I only have exactly 475, then I'll print exactly up to 475 because that's all the cards that I have to print on. So now I just press all OK. This dialog box comes up, and the next thing you know, you're basically much done. I'm not going to print these out because, like I said, I've already done this already, and so I'm just going to cancel that out, and there you have it. You can print that as a label, or you can print it on the card itself, or you can use the same concept to use a form. And basically that's all for now, and I hope this has been value to you, and I'll see you on the next video. Bye bye for now.